All right, good evening, everyone. It is 6:30. It is Monday, February 9th. This is our committee of the whole meeting for the Walker City Commission. I'd like to invite our friends from DTE up to the podium. We have a presentation about an upcoming project down on the south end, Collindale, Lake Michigan Drive area there. So, Mr. Wilson, you have the floor. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Jonathan Wilson, Regional Corporate and Government Affairs Manager with DTE Energy.
Jonathan, will you do one thing? Is that actually on? Tap on the end of it.
Yeah,
Okay, there you
it's
go.
on. I'll speak into it.
Perfect.
There it goes.
Okay. Or actually, just adjust it up is fine.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to
Yep.
to present tonight. I brought my colleague Zach Moore, who is leading the South Grand Rapids Pipeline Replacement Project, where represents a pretty significant investment, a capital investment into the city of Walker. We're going to be replacing about 3 miles, a little over 3 miles of a pipeline in order to maintain compliance with federal regulations. Zach is the project lead, so I'm going to let him sort of give an overview of the project, and we can answer any questions you guys may have. Thank you.
So, thanks, Zach. Welcome.
All right, thanks, Jonathan. As he said, my name is Zach Moore. I'm the project manager for this project. I previously had presented this presentation to you, Mayor Carey, but you've invited us back for this opportunity to present it to the rest of the group. We're just going to do a quick overview of what the scope of the project will include. And as Jonathan mentioned, we can answer any questions and look into any concerns that you have. Would you mind switching to the next slide? Oh, right here? Yep. Perfect. There we go. So as he mentioned, it's a little bit over 3 miles of pipeline that we're going to be replacing. There currently is a pipeline in place, and what we have highlighted there is starting on the west side where the South Grand Rapids Gate Station is. I don't know if any of you have seen that before. It's kind of tucked away back in there, but we have a full gate station that feeds approximately 25% of all of the natural gas for the city of Grand Rapids and the greater Grand Rapids area. So this pipeline we're replacing is going to start there at that gate station. And the current pipeline is that dark blue line going up to the Collindale station. The new pipeline route we're looking to take is the light blue line that you can see just kind of paralleling it and then passing it and going to the north. The reason we're changing the route there, as you see, is mostly to get away from some of those highly populated areas. I think that's the Sunset Hill community. So the current pipeline runs right between houses in there, and that's a 24-inch pipeline. So that's, it's potentially could be risky if there ever was an incident to happen or somebody's digging too deep in their backyard. You got a 24-inch pipeline right back there. So we're trying to move that for safety purposes and just overall integrity in the future of our system. What it also is going to allow is, with this new route, we're acquiring easements from those landowners so that we're not actually in the right-of-way. So we'll be crossing the right-of-way, the public right-of-way, at the road crossing sites on Wilson, O'Brien, Maynard, and Collindale. But besides that, we're going to be staying in easements that we're still in the process of acquiring. And right now, we're about 35–40% complete with acquiring those easements along that proposed pipeline route. As far as the station work, we're going to be replacing almost the entirety of all the equipment in the South Grand Rapids Gate Station, so a significant investment there. And then at the Collindale Regulator Station, that's going to be upgrading the equipment to allow it to regulate the increased feed that's going to be on this pipeline. So with this pipeline, it's not just going to be safer, it's also going to allow for more gas to flow into the system. So as the city of Grand Rapids grows, it's not like 10 years from now we need to put a new pipeline in. We're already ready for that increased capacity in the future. The last thing I'll note with the pipeline, a lot of the landowners have asked, why are you replacing this pipeline? It's not had an issue my whole life. This pipeline has been in place since the mid-40s. So it's at the point where it's pretty much overdue to be replaced and something new needs to go in. And as I mentioned before, we didn't really want to use that current pipeline route we had, so that's where we're going on that new route now. Pending any questions, I will move on to the next slide here.
Commissioners, any questions? when we went through this, when I went through Jonathan and Zach, initially, I was looking, I mean, 1940s. I mean, it just, that's the, and I understand, I mean, we, you know, we represent our community, we always ask, I mean, is it, can we make what we have already work? Can we fix it? Can we
Right.
repair it? Can we duct tape it? Whatever it may be. This is one I just, with the natural gas, you don't want to mess around with.
No.
And you're going to bigger pipe, you know, I mean, higher capacity.
Yep.
So safety serves our community better, as well as, you know, Grand Rapids as well. So to me, I think all of the wins that come out of it, plus it's the modern, the things that you're adding on there as far as the safety checks and balances throughout this that are not present right now because it's a
Yes.
very, what's the veteran pipe, whatever you want to call it down there, aging pipe. So
Experienced.
yeah, thank you. There you go. Tenured piping system. So that's awesome. So yeah, please go ahead and go to the next one if that helps.
Yeah, so this slide here actually goes a bit more into the details. I don't want to get into engineering specs of why certain things are being replaced the way they are, but I did want to touch on it here. As I mentioned, the pipeline was in service in 1949. It was installed in the mid-1940s, and it's been in service since then. Back then, they didn't manufacture these pipes to be able to put, they've got robotic pigging machines now that can go inside of the pipes to clean it, assess it for safety, assess for wall loss. They didn't design for that back in the 1940s. So this new pipe will be able to have those robotic machines go through the pipe and actually assess it in the future. So this is, again, not just a safety thing that we're putting in new pipe now. We can continue to assess for safety going forward in the future for the coming decades. And then as it mentions there too, this will help us stay in compliance with Michigan Public Service Commission as well as federal guidelines for what we need to maintain our pipeline at a certain status there. And then with this project, it is going to be a 2-year project going this year, 2026, into next year, 2027. The intent would be to have all construction complete by September of 2027. Everything will be in service at that point, and we would be complete with meeting those federal and state requirements well before the 2029 deadline that we have. Any questions on this slide?
Commissioners? Okay.
Okay. And the last thing I wanted to touch on here on this slide is really just the community impact. As I mentioned, there's increased reliability and safety for the natural gas delivery here in the city of Walker. So while this system does feed 25% of all of Grand Rapids, the upgrades we're doing at the regulator station is directly feeding into the city of Walker. So that feeds all the way up to Lake Michigan Drive and to some extensive portions of the distribution system out here. So this is directly impacting reliability and safety on the gas distribution system here in the city of Walker. Currently, just in design and preparation, we have about 50 personnel that are working on the project, and those are both DTE employees and contractors. We're anticipating an additional 50 to 75 people that will be involved in the project, again, DTE employees and contractors as we move to construction. And with that, we do expect there to be some local economic benefits as well. Those people will be going to restaurants, going to the store, getting gas. So there is some good benefits there. I do also want to mention, just as considerations for community impact, that, yeah, we're crossing the road. But the plan is that we're going to be drilling under the road, so we're not going to have an impact to traffic where we're impacting school bus routes or people's commute to work. All of those road crossings, we will be drilling underneath the road to avoid that, minimizing disturbance to the area. We also have had a lot of engagement with landowners in the area as we've been acquiring the easements, especially some of the owners of apple orchards like the Engelsmas, the Versluises. They had some concerns that we were going to be impacting their crops and their livelihoods. So we've been working with them to assess means for mitigating crop loss as well as just avoiding some portions of their orchards altogether. So a lot of back and forth to make sure we're working with them and not just coming through, plowing in our pipeline and saying, good luck, figure it out. So have a lot of engagement going on there that's ongoing. And then lastly, if it did come to the point that we couldn't drill under one of the roads, we do have plans in place for traffic control to mitigate those high traffic times of the day. So we do work, in the middle of the day. We could even look at doing work at night to avoid impacting traffic flow during work hours, people getting to school, so on and so forth. So those have been considerations that we've worked through during the design phases here. And we've been, like I said, having a lot of engagement with local landowners to make sure they're involved in the process. Any questions on this slide?
Commissioners?
Yeah, I just had a question. What is the average depth that it will be at?
The average depth, it's going to be an average of 6 to 8 feet. The minimum is 4 feet deep.
Okay, and then I noticed that on the south side of O'Brien, it was going on the south side past Maynard, right where we just put that water main in there. Where you guys
The plan is to go under it.
under that?
So when we drill, we end up going, it could
Yeah.
be 20 to 40 feet underground.
Okay,
Yeah, we go pretty deep
Wow,
for those.
that's
Yep.
deep.
okay.
All right, good there?
Yep, yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that was the end of.
That is the end of my presentation. I have my contact information on here. I also have a couple of business cards if anybody would like that. If not, I know Jonathan has.
Yeah,
contact
I have
information as
business
well.
cards as well. So I was just going to say, once construction starts, you guys will probably be contacted by your constituents by maybe having questions or concerns about what's going on. So we'll make sure that we're staying connected with you guys to address any of those concerns.
Yeah, and I
as they
guess like
arise.
anything that you have information-wise, myself and Commissioner Grooters actually serve that district, so I think that would be most helpful for us to,
Yeah.
as we'll probably get most of the calls during that time, so.
Perfect. Can
You
we leave
know-
our cards with?
Yep. And I reflect back to this past year, thanks guys. When I reflect back to this past year, the First Ward project that we worked with Jonathan and his team on really went for as far as big projects goes. I mean, very minimal disruption. We were getting daily updates. At least I was, and I looped in the First Ward commissioners with those daily updates. And here's what's going well. Here's maybe we had a road bump, a roadblock or obstacle along the way. No pun intended. Managed to work through all of that stuff, and I really thought it went extremely smooth this year. Now, there might be technical details you all are aware of that I didn't know, but just watching the daily interactions, the staff with DTE team, our city staff, cannot be more grateful. I mean, these things don't always go smooth. Sometimes they have stuff, but that went pretty darn good.
Yeah, I just add one quick thing. We try our best to operate efficiently and cause little disturbance and interruptions to our customers in the city. So we do that all the time while we're maintaining safety, in everything that we do. So, and we also want to be transparent and communicate everything that we're doing in the time frames and everything too.
Yep,
So.
absolutely. I think the big thing too for Zach's, I mentioned when we initially had we were talking about this and said, let's bring this to the commission, do a little mini presentation for it. One of the big things is our active presence in social media is getting, when we have timelines and we're getting more definitive, and if there is a potential disruption on O'Brien, that we're getting ahead of it and putting that. I think that's the biggest thing from down there that we would hear about is the residents down there, if they know, because there's not an intensive road system down there, that if they know something's coming, we can get ahead of it, and that's our most effective means of communication right now. On most days, people might not complain about things, but nonetheless, that'll be a good one. Once we get the timelines, we'll over communicate on that and help you all out with that. So
Perfect. Thank you.
awesome. All right, anything else, guys, from DTE? Awesome. Appreciate all you guys do. Thanks for being here tonight. At least it wasn't snowing a lot out there, so all good. All good. See ya. Good seeing you again, Zach. All right, commissioners, any questions on the agenda items we have this evening? Okay, and then as a recap, the appointment to ZBA for Mr. Granger was one of our city commissioner candidates. Found a home for him relatively quickly, as well as an alternate on ZBA, so the backstory there. And then the backstory on the Mineral Mining Board was asking Megan Gorby from our city staff to be on that. Is the this allows us we have a quorum there in case, somebody might not be there. So it gives us one extra body, and quite frankly, from a zoning ordinance, it makes all the sense in the world to have her there. So, yeah, that's where we're at there. And then the only other thing that I had on the list or on the agenda is the Zinser PTO for their nonprofit status, and that's basically for allow them to be able to get their charitable gaming license through the state to show that we've recognized them as an official nonprofit. We've been here before, and it's a great PTO system down there at that particular school, and I have no doubt they're going to raise some good money for the teachers and the students there. So, is there any questions on any of those items? All right, seeing and hearing none, maybe let's grab our commissioner and clerk comments, because we're minus city manager tonight. So, Madam Clerk, come on, you got to bring something up. Just kidding. All right, Commissioner Gilbert.
We got lots of time, so maybe just touch on.
You've got all the time. You've got 14 minutes to be exact.
Yeah, no, we had a really good rapid board meeting a couple of weeks ago. Touched on a good number of things, but of course the big one was the audit. As we are very familiar with government style audits, we had no recommendations as a part of it. So another clean audit for that organization. Everything went, I thought, really smoothly. Pretty impressed with the financial state of that organization, which we have a pretty vested interest in.
And we set a record for the first time in our history.
What is that?
We have a surplus on that we
Yes.
actually
Yep.
have balanced our books, and
Yeah. Instead of we were planning for a $6 million expenditure out of reserve, and now we're a $3 million addition to reserve.
right.
Yep. So pretty remarkable state of affairs for the Rapid. The pension and our pension funds are well funded. We're over 100%. Of course, market
Yep.
fluctuations, you want to keep it over 100, but
Yep.
an incredibly strong state of the financial performance for the Rapid. And I think that as we go into, nearing conversations about the future of the financial structure of how we're set up there, the organization itself has put itself in a really good position to be able to articulate the value that they're providing and the fiscally responsible work that they're doing there. Other things I went to I'm not sure if anyone else made it, but the Grand Rapids annual meeting, Chamber's annual meeting, really good presentation there always. Always interesting to hear a little bit about the state of the regional economy. The folks from GVSU always do a good job presenting on that. I didn't think there was any breakthrough takeaways, but another really good meeting with good information there. And I think that, it seems to be status quo going into the next year, and then we'll see kind of how things evolve, but pretty flat economic trends is what they were predicting, I believe. So
At least it's not heading in the wrong direction.
correct.
Yep, just
Yeah.
leveling off.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it feels like for the last 5 years we've been waiting for some big cliff to fall off, but as we've kind of continued to make it further and further out, it seems that drop off has been predicted to be much less every year. So we'll see.
Yep, good stuff. Cool, thank you. Mr. Chase?
We had public safety, and I think that we had great discussion in it. Continuing on with learning about police and fire needs that we have in the city. We had planning commission last week. We approved the Chipotle that will be going in front of Meyer and Standale, as well as a new daycare center at Leonard and Wilson, kind of between like the Foot Doctor Place and, what is that, Trinity? Mercy?
Yeah, Trinity. Yep.
Trinity
Yep.
now?
Yep.
The health center there, so that'll be
Yep.
a nice addition there. Yeah, I think that was everything.
Awesome. Thank you.
For myself, let's see, we had a community engagement committee meeting on the 3rd. We discussed Safety Town, and we're locking in a good schedule and working with all of the city departments and other departments that are going to be part of this project. And then we also are beginning to talk about the mayor's 3rd grade reading project. So we'll probably be reaching out to DTE and AT&T, and I believe that Nicole's probably spoken with you just to get the ball rolling. But let me know if you need any help with that. I'd be happy to do that. And yes, I too attended the public safety meeting. Great conversation. Really feel like we're making some progress and moving the pendulum in the right way on multiple different areas of discussion. And then tomorrow I will be participating along with many of you to interview the candidates for city manager. I'm not certain that I'm looking forward to that long, long day, but I know it's very important, and I think that I'm excited about the candidates that we have. We've got some very robust resumes for us to choose from. And that's all I have.
Don't you work on international time zones? And you're complaining about time right now?
No,
Long
I have.
days?
I meant the long day. Yeah, I mean, my days are long, Gary. I started at 7, and I started at 7 this morning. I'll be done at what, 7 at night.
It's all good.
And what's lunch? That's what
Yep. Yeah, piggybacking on the, actually, I'm gonna jump. There's one, a tragic incident took place in Grand Rapids. It's been a couple weeks now almost, and with the loss of the mother and the 2 children, and I'm sure everybody has seen that in the news and so forth from the Kennewick Hills community. And I know Commissioner Gilbert, my Babcock last minute organization, myself were there, and I just our deepest sympathy, our prayers, our condolences go out to the family, and particularly the kid's dad, and as Dad had said, his best friend was murdered in that thing. Just a tragic incident. But I think the neat thing to see was the coming together. We had Brooke Johnston, the principal at Zinser, was there, representing the school district. A lot of school friends were there for Kennewick Hills. Great representation, law enforcement. Walker had people there, Grand Rapids had people there, state troopers were there. I mean, it was a very nice, just these are the times you realize what a special community you have together. And for those that didn't know, Dad still lives in the community. The family had moved out, and that's where they were a couple weeks before, and that's where they were murdered at. But nonetheless, it was, I think, out of a really difficult situation, the family felt the love, and family and friends, I should say, because especially for those kids in the school, that their friends aren't coming with them anymore is something hard to explain. So, nonetheless, wanted to recognize that and share our condolences and prayers with the other family and friends. You'd mentioned about the rap, and I think it's one of those things that we look at. We for the longest time really struggled as a city with our service and what we're invested in. I want to just compliment, especially since Deb's tenure coming in as CEO, promises made, promises kept. The city has their first 2 dedicated routes in our history. We continue to the services. We have service to Millennium Park. We were just talking about this in public safety, and there's busing down there for the first time ever. So it's all these little things, and you don't realize. I don't want to ever miss an opportunity to stop, take a pause, and reflect what great leadership looks like, what great teamwork looks like, and a great partnership looks like. So I have no doubt that will continue on way beyond my years off the board, maybe even Commissioner Gilbert's too. So we put some good foundations in place. And then last but not least, is tomorrow we have the city manager interviews, and for those watching online or listening in, these start at 9 o'clock. They will go through the end of the day. They're roughly staggered about an hour and a half apart. They'll be held in the commission chambers here, so anybody from the public is more than welcome and encouraged to attend and listen in on. And we will not be live streaming, so that candidates that go later in the day get an unfair advantage to possibly listening to what questions would be, and adjusting their strategy accordingly. So they'll just be live and in person. For those that want to attend, they're more than welcome to. I know we've had some news media reach outs already on it. I think that is all I had on my list. And excited to welcome Commissioner Burde shortly up here. We'll have to wait to this official 7 o'clock hour, but we had some really good candidates put in for the first ward, and I know that there's some already serving and some that want to serve, and we've started to find homes for all of them. So that being said, it is 7:55. We'll adjourn for about 3-4 minutes. Anybody needs a quick break or a refill, and we'll be back in here in a couple minutes. All right, welcome all. It is 7 o'clock, Monday, February 9th, 2026. This is the City of Walker City Commission meeting. We just have called to order. I'd like to invite Commissioner Chase to deliver the invocation and lead us in Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Shall we pray? Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to serve this community. Grant this commission wisdom, humility, and discernment as decisions are made. We thank you for the expertise that Commissioner Burde will add to our commission in the coming year. We thank you for his willingness to serve. As we think about tomorrow, may our minds be clear as we enter into the interviews for the direction of our city for the new city manager. May all of this be done today in your honor and seek the good of our city and its people. In your name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. I'd like to invite everybody to stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. If I could please ask our clerk to call the roll when she has a moment. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. We have a new team member coming up here in just a minute. Commissioner Appointing Burde, if you'd please approach the podium. Thank you.
I, Michael Burde,
Do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of this state,
the Constitution of this state,
and to faithfully perform the duties
and to faithfully perform the duties
of the office of First Ward City Commissioner
of the office of First Ward City Commissioner
of the City of Walker to the best of my ability.
of the City of Walker to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Welcome. Come on up. Yeah. Yes. Welcome. Right next to Commissioner DeShane there. There you go. And little trick, you have to press the Just kidding. All right, well, welcome, Commissioner Burde. It's awesome. Great to have you up here.
Thank you. Appreciate everyone's help getting to this point. And
Now, if you'd please call the roll.
Mayor Carey,
Yes, present.
Commissioner Gilbert,
Present.
Commissioner Chase,
Present.
Commissioner DeShane,
Present?
Commissioner Burde.
Present.
Sweet. Love it. Love it. Next on the list is approval of excuse absence for Commissioner Babcock and Commissioner Grooters.
I'll make a motion.
Support?
Wait a quick second. 1 second. Chase, DeShane. Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Chase, support by Commissioner DeShane. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. We're good there. Next is approval of minutes. We'll go 2 for 1 here. January 9th or 19th, 2026, City Commission work session and our City Commissioner interviews. We also have the minutes from the January 26th, 2026 City Commission meeting minutes. Is there any discussion on either packet? Seeing and hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
So moved.
Support.
Gilbert, Commissioner Chase. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we're good. Thanks, folks. Public comment on agenda items. We're good, we're good, we're good. All right. Next on the list, consent agenda, expenditures in the amount of $2,004,235.53. Is there any questions on the bills? Seeing, hearing none, I entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
Commissioner DeShane, Commissioner Chase, and support. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Next is Resolution 26-789, appointing our new city commissioner, Mike Burde, to the committees that were covered by Commissioner Burke. We'll get you up to speed on those and dates and meetings, those and the appropriate background. Is there any discussion? We just thought this would be the easiest way to go about through 2026. So if there's no further discussion, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
I'll make a motion.
I'll support.
Commissioner Chase, Commissioner DeShane, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you all. Next is Resolution 26-790. That's the appointment to the Zoning Board of Appeals for Trevor Granger, who I want to thank again for applying for the City Commissioner spot. And very happily, we were able to find him a home with the Zoning Board of Appeal and use his strengths and assets to be able to help our community further. Is there any question on said appointment? All right, seeing and hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
So moved.
Support.
Thank you, Commissioner Gilbert. Commissioner Chase. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you all. Next is Resolution 26-791. This is the appointment of city staff of Megan Gorby, as I had mentioned at the 6:30 Committee of the Whole meeting, appointing her to the Mineral Mining Board to make sure that we have the needed level of representation from staff. So if there's no further questions on that or discussion, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All right. Next on the list is Resolution 26-792, recognition of Zinser Elementary Parent and Teacher Organization's nonprofit status. We have Megan Devereaux in the audience from Zinser, the Zinser PTO. Are there any questions or discussion items for Ms. Devereaux? We've been here before, so it's nothing unusual, and Kennewa's always had their stuff buttoned up at the schools. I'll entertain a motion for approval and support then for Resolution 26-792.
Motion.
Support.
Commissioner Burde, Commissioner Chase. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you all. Ms. Deborah, we're all set. So the clerk will get the, you'll have the minutes approved by Wednesday, and you'll be all set to go. Awesome. Take care. And by the way, for the record, you were here till about 8:30, so if you don't make it back to the PTO meeting, we don't know you, okay? Good. Fair enough. All right. No other public comment. We see none. I am going to pick on somebody a quick second. Our city manager interviews, even our city commissioner, executive assistant helping out the commissioner, the mayor, the city manager, Emily Mankel sitting in the audience. I cannot tell you how much of a burden that she has taken off of my plate, even other city staff as well, and just gets things done very quickly, efficiently, effectively. So on behalf of all of us, I always try and make you feel uncomfortable, but just saying thank you, appreciate all that you do for us. So,
We do, Emily. We appreciate
Yes.
you very, very much.
and she's got lunch for us tomorrow, so we're good, even better. Awesome. All right, Commissioner, City Manager comments. I'll go around the horn one more time quick. Madam Clerk, anything? Commissioner Gilbert, Commissioner Chase, Commissioner Shane, Commissioner Burde. Yeah, all right. All right, we will see everybody tomorrow morning. Quarter to 9, I think it'd probably be good. We're getting hitting at 9 o'clock. We'll have coffee, we've got our stuff set. And then, again, to encourage the public, those watching right now online, that they are welcome to attend a couple or all the interviews tomorrow. We do intend of getting through the process tomorrow and hopefully coming to a decision tomorrow night on our next city manager. So, and we're missing Daryl tonight, enjoying a little nice needed vacation. So, appreciate all he's done too. So, that being said, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment and support, please.
I'll make a motion.
Support.
Commissioner DeShane, support by Commissioner Chase. All those in favor, please